Donald Trump. 45th President of the United States and self-proclaimed stable genius. Donald Trump is not only known for his individual hairstyle, but also the dreaded nemesis of many debate candidates. Have you ever wondered why it seems so easy for him to annihilate his opponents on stage? How does he do it? What is his magic? At the end of the day, Donald Trump's rhetoric boils down to two tricks. These tricks are laid out in Arthur Schopenhauer's book Die Kunst recht zu haben, The Art of Being Right. The idea of this book is to use rhetorical devices to drive your point home, although you lack superiority of facts. The tricks Donald Trump uses are the so-called ad hominem, meaning personal attack, and the Kafka Trap, also known as the double bind. He always uses these devices in a 1-2 combination, like a boxer. The personal attack distracts from facts by introducing a personal issue of the opponent, which in reality has nothing to do with the point of discussion. A typical example of ad hominem is the discussion of Obama's birth certificate, which at the end of the day had nothing to do with his politics. On a more down-to-earth level, people oftentimes question other people's opinions, because of their gender, race, marital status, profession or whatever, although factually it has nothing to do with the discussion at hand. The Kafka Trap is named after the protagonists of Franz Kafka's novels, who typically face dilemmas of no-win situations. The idea of this rhetorical device is to confront your opponent with a dilemma he can't escape. Under normal circumstances you start entering the territory of the double bind from the moment you start justifying to a personal attack. Because whenever you dignify a personal attack, you always give the impression that where there is smoke there is fire. A good example again is the discussion about Obama's birth certificate. From the moment Obama dignifies the point and releases it, all Donald Trump has to do is to question its authenticity, and has him on the run again. So now, let's watch Donald Trump in action. How he uses his tools to dismantle Ted Cruz in the presidential debate.
I like Donald. He is an amazing entertainer. But his policies for most of his life...
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
For most of his life, his policies have been very, very liberal. For most of his life, he has described himself as very pro-choice and as a supporter of partial birth abortion. Right now, today, as a candidate, he supports federal taxpayer funding for Planned Parenthood. I disagree with him on that. That's a matter of principle, and I'll tell you...
You are the single biggest liar. You probably are worse than Jeb Bush. You are the single biggest liar.
All right.
This guy lied. Let me just tell you, this guy lied about Ben Carson when he took votes away from Ben Carson in Iowa, and he just continues. This guy will say anything. Nasty guy. Now I know why he doesn't have one endorsement from any of his colleagues.
All right, John, I get to respect.
As you can see, when Ted Cruz introduces his argument about Donald Trump's stance on abortion, all Donald Trump has to do is label Ted Cruz a liar. From that point forward, all a shell-shocked Cruz can do is bury his head in the sand, while Trump is piling one defamatory insult on top of the other, slandering Jeb Bush in the process. The issue at hand is forgotten. The beauty for Donald Trump is, once the discussion has reached this level, the brutal primitiveness of the street-smart huckster will always win over the intellectual innuendo of factfulness. You are, however, ill-advised to go down that road. It does not create sustainable relations and leaves for the most part only burnt bridges. It is only suitable for one-off dealings. In situations when you are at the receiving end of such a scenario, it is paramount not to justify yourself, but to stand your ground. From the moment you start explaining your situation and giving factual reasons, your opponent has you by the ropes. The only escape then is to change the frame and start a counterattack. Then you will also have to resort to bare-knuckle rhetoric, and they have dragged you in the mud. Either way you lose. Well, I have said my piece. I hope you found this useful. If so, please like and subscribe so you are not missing out on future inspirational videos. Other than that, stay as awesome as you are.